Here in the Boise area, we have a hot real estate market. So I want to give you 4 tips on how to sell in a seller's market. Hi, I'm Charlotte with Birch & Cedar Realty Group. A seller's market. You've heard that term before, I'm sure, especially if you're looking to sell your home here in the Boise area. You've heard it, but do you know what it means? And do you know what it means for you as a seller? First, let me explain what that means. So in order to determine what kind of market we're in, you just need to know how many months of inventory we have on the market. And in order to get that number, you basically take a look at the last 12 months of homes that sold. And you divide that number by 12 to get the average number of homes that sold per month. And at any given time, you can take that number and divide it into the number of active listings we have on the market. And that will give you the number of how many months of inventory we have. If no additional homes come on the market, that's how many months of inventory we have left. That's the number that determines what kind of market condition, what kind of market we're in. Generally, 0 to 3 months is a seller's market, 4 to 6 is a neutral market, and anything above that is a buyer's market. Did you know that the market condition is not the same across all price points? In one price point, there might be a large number of homes, whereas in another price point, there might be a scarcity. So depending on the price point that you're looking to sell in, the market condition could be different. It's important to know what the market condition is because it can set your expectation for things like price, days on market, number of offers, etc. So make sure that the agent you use knows what this means and can explain it to you. Okay, on to the 4 tips. You need to discuss with your agent if you should sell as is, or if you could stand to make some more money with a few minor upgrades. This will depend a lot on your price point as well as your competition. If you can't or don't want to do any upgrades, the biggest tip I have and the most important is to declutter. You're moving anyway, so start packing. Take your photos off the wall, clean off the front of your fridge, and remove things from your countertop. This can go a long way. Even if you use your toaster every day, bring it out when you need to and then tuck it away when you're done. Let's talk about staging. Even in a hot market, this can give your home the wow factor it needs to stand out from the pack and give you a leg up on your competition. This means be prepared with paperwork, making a decision on an offer, and the possibility of needing to move quickly. You need to have your paperwork ready. The disclosures need to be ready for the buyers to sign. Not only will this ensure things move quickly, but will also make the buyers feel more confident in submitting an offer on your home. Be prepared to need to make a decision on an offer quickly. It's not uncommon for a buyer to put in their contract that they need a response within 24 hours, especially in a hot market. Plus, you could get multiple offers and need time to evaluate and respond to all of them. You also need to be prepared in case you get a cash offer. Often these close in less than 30 days, sometimes in a week. So you need to be prepared in case you need to move quickly. Another reason to make sure that you take the declutter process very seriously. You want to find an agent that's going to actually tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. For example, let's say that you have in mind the price that you want to sell your home for, and you base that off of Bob 2 doors down that said he got such and such for his house. Well, there may be a very good reason why he got that amount for his house. Or, and this is more often the scenario, he says he got such and such, but he really didn't. You don't need an agent that's going to promise you something they really can't deliver. I'd rather tell you up front and show you up front that based on similar homes to yours, there's a realistic price that you're likely to get for your home. I don't want to promise you the moon and then have to do price adjustments back down in order to get showings. In the long run, that approach is likely to get you less money for your home. The truth is that unless your home has something extremely unique and super special that a cash buyer is looking for, you're not likely to get much over market value. It's just not going to happen. You need to make sure that you have an agent that's going to tell you the truth and tell you whether your home and what your expectations are realistic. That way you can get your home sold for the most amount of money and as fast as possible. You want an agent that knows how to market digitally. You want an agent that can do virtual online houses, that can put your home in front of the eyeballs of buyers where they actually are, which is online, so that your home can be seen by the maximum number of buyers in the market. Wouldn't you rather have your home seen by 20,000 people versus the 6 looky-loos that come into the open house held by a realtor? You want the maximum exposure for your home, so make sure that you're choosing an agent that has a really good marketing strategy and knows how to market it digitally. One thing that sellers need to be leery of is getting an offer that's well over listing price. Maybe the buyer can actually qualify for a loan for that amount, but it's not just about that. It has to appraise for that amount as well. And if it doesn't appraise, then you either have to drop the price or the buyer has to come up with more funds to make up the difference. And if they don't have that, then you either have to drop the price or cancel the contract. Once it goes back on the market, your home will now show a significant number of additional days on the market. Buyers might jump right back on it, but there's also the potential that buyers might see the number of additional days and want to know what happened. Why did it fall out of contract? And they might be concerned before putting on an offer. So be cautious and go for the strongest offer, not just the highest price. Bonus tip, have patience. Selling a home can sometimes be stressful, but use these tips, keep focused on your goal, and soon you'll have an offer for top dollar. I hope this was helpful. As always, like, subscribe, and click that little bell. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.